You. Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you so much for asking. So, this is the
Most
first time
welcome.
we are meeting, I guess, right?
Yes, we are first time meeting, but just before I got to know that I have a session, I just went on YouTube to watch few videos of yours. So I
Okay,
watched.
okay. Okay. All right, all right. So, how was it? Did you like it?
Yeah, definitely. I was enjoying the conversations.
Okay. All right. So, can you tell me
Hmm.
a little about yourself?
For sure. Okay, so shall I call you ma'am or shall I call you
No.
Ruchira
You
ji?
you
I
call
don't
me by
know.
my name. Yeah, call me
Yeah,
Ruchira. Yeah.
sure. So you Ruchira ji, okay. My name is Gayatri Sharma. I am from Delhi. I can say I'm from west part of UP. I have been an English language trainer for 3.5 years, almost 4 years. In my journey, I have worked with so many brands so far across the country and I have helped so many people to improve their spoken English communication conversations.
Wow.
Yeah, I've recently launched my YouTube channel called Gayatri's English Hub, and it's been only 2 months, and I'm getting a lot of love from the people. So.
Wow. Okay. All right. So how how is the journey in YouTube? Like, how does it work and how is it treating you?
So at first, I was quite insecure and confused, scared as well. I thought that I don't know, would it accept me or not? But people are really kind and they are lovely, so they accepted me. And as far as my journey is concerned for YouTube, so I think it's been only few months. Like I started my channel in Feb. It's like Feb, 5th of Feb. So it's been fine so far.
Okay. All right. That's great. Yeah. And what about like a spoken English trainer? Like, how does that make you feel? 3.5 years is like a long term. So
Yeah, that's really
how
true.
is how is the experience and how is it still going?
It has been really, really great. Coming from a background where I had never spoken English in my life ever, up until I turned 20, So I
Oh
started
my God.
my
Okay.
journey of learning a language. I mean, as a learner, I started my journey in 2020. It was lockdown when I just made, I utilized my time and I learned the language. And in 2022, I became an official trainer. So I was a part of a training program. After that, I started my official journey. And it has been great. I love helping people. I love their feedbacks. I love when they come to me and then say that, after learning this language, I am thriving in my career. I'm making good things. I'm doing that. So that has been great. Yeah.
Yeah, and the best part is, you meet a lot of people here and from different backgrounds. It's so lovely.
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely.
this journey itself is a very, has treated me good because I have met people worldwide.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was the best part. I got to know about their culture, their background. Professionally also, like, they have different professional backgrounds. It was great for me.
Yeah, that was really great. So, I have few questions, right? I have few
Tell me,
questions
yeah,
for you.
please.
But I generally introduce to my audience before I start a session, but in this session, I somehow missed it. No worries. They already know they must have watched many of your videos. But then how long
Okay.
have you been training people?
So it has been 3.5 years for me. Like I am with this platform, Clappingo. And
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, it has been 6 to 7 years that I've started teaching. So I started my journey as a private tutor. From
Mm-hmm.
there, I started training people like, online, offline, both. Online concept came after COVID. So
Yeah.
yeah. And apart from that, I'm also a freelance content writer. So yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
all.
really great. So you have, you are wearing multiple hats,
Yeah,
just
I
dealing
like,
with.
I find I get bored very easily, but this kind of field, like, teaching and training people, this is not boring to me. Okay. I have
Mm-hmm.
trained so many kind of people that, every day is like a new thrill for me. New kind of people I get, and, it's a lovely journey. But content writing also, like, I don't do it every day. It's like once in a while I get along with the, a platform and then I'll do it.
That's really great. Nice to know that. It's been quite a similar experience we have had so far in the journey. But
Yeah.
what has been the most tricky thing so far? I mean, how do you deal with students? And
So,
what is the trickiest? Hmm.
yeah, so what happens when you're an online trainer? You have to have a smile on your face all the time. Okay. You're angry, you're sad, whatever is going on in your personal life doesn't matter. Okay. You
Hmm.
will have to have that particular smile on your face, and that's how we do it. So tricky situation if you say we meet different kinds of people here, right? Different kinds of people. So I have met people who are very good. I've met amazing people here. Also, I've met people, who are kind of a little obsessive also. Okay.
Hmm.
So in a good way also, there are people in a bad way also. So that kind of situation is initially it was tricky for me to deal with, but right now, it is not. Because you get used to your work, right? So you know how to deal with it.
Hmm.
So the best way to deal with it is like, treat it naturally. Don't let it affect you. That's what like I have been doing.
Oh, that's very great. I mean, as a human, yes, you may try not to let things affect you, but it doesn't work most of the time. I mean, you
Actually,
do
it's
get.
easy to say, but difficult to try it out. But on the other hand, like, you when you go through it every day, somehow mentally you're prepared for it.
Hmm.
So yeah. What about you? Like, how do you manage, handling tricky situation? How do you do it?
I mean, for me, I've been quite practical in my life. I mean, like recently, I would say for a few years, I have started learning how to detach things, my personal and
Oh wow.
professional life, how to draw a
Yes,
line between two things.
line, barrier.
Yeah, yeah, but things do get tricky to me as well. I do handle at times, or at times I give up and I just say it's okay, I'll see you later, right? And then connecting
Yeah.
people across the country from different walks of life, people coming from different belief system, different patterns, and the mentality they have, mindset they have, kind of tone they have. So you get to experience a lot, and I think all these things and this amalgamation somehow shapes you in a way that you evolve as a person. So for me, it has been
Actually.
quite good. Yeah.
And you know what? Like, you become whatever you are today is because of your past experience. If you do not go through it, you will not, learn it. No matter how
Mm-hmm.
much people say, "Ki, do this or do that, doesn't work like that. Until and unless you go through it, you actually don't know how it works.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. Okay, so Ruchira ji, I have my channel, my YouTube channel is completely dedicated to the learners who want to improve spoken English,
Okay.
communication, personality. So I would ask you to tell me the difference between communication and spoken English. What is the difference between communication and spoken English?
So, like, communication we can do in any language, right? Spoken English is something like, it's, of course, we are looking in the field of spoken English. But talking about communication is, every time it is not possible that you speak in English and you can actually communicate with that person. No. Communication actually is something, when you're talking and the other person is understanding what you're saying. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the basic difference that, if you know that you have communicated pretty well when you know the other person have understood you well enough.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's very
So
great. I mean, so I remember when I was learning spoken English, I used to watch so many videos, especially after when I became a trainer. So I
yeah.
would come on YouTube and I would watch. So there are few famous trainers, I would say. I would not take their names right now, but then, I would watch their content. I would watch their session to understand how to teach. That was very initial phase of mine in 2022. And I used to watch this video. So I want to know that how Clappingo helps individuals to transform their spoken English, their personality. What do you guys really do? How do you help
Okay.
them?
Yeah, absolutely. So in Clappingo, the method is like we generally do conversational English. Okay.
Mhm.
And we give one topic to the learners prior to the session. So we
Mhm.
discuss on that particular topic. It's like generalized topic for everybody, and we are pretty sure that the learners, enjoy the conversation, and that comfort zone is there. So the tutors
Mhm.
actually build up a comfort zone so that the learner will be comfortable sharing anything, right? So the tutors are super friendly here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because if we are strict and when the tutors are strict, generally learners won't be comfortable sharing anything and will be hesitant. So learning should be actually fun loving and you should have that good feeling when you're learning. If you're scared of
Yeah,
learning something, you will actually not learn it properly. So yeah,
yeah.
Clappingo provides one topic, as I said. Then vocabulary is also taught. So whatever mistakes the learners will be making, we try correcting it then and there. Okay, maybe repeating the sentence and in the end we give a feedback to the learners and in a motivating way so that the learner gets motivated pretty enough.
I mean, that's really great. And I personally feel that it's really important to give that comfortable,
Comfort
affable
space, yeah.
environment to the people so that they can just excel. At times, individuals have fears, that they have fear on their brain and their mind, and then they do not want to interact to the people who have good command over the language. I mean, it happens
Yeah.
to me. Like, a lot of learners come to me and they say that we are scared of you even after being my students. They are my students, but then I don't know, it's just like they feel that we can speak broken English with our friends, but it's just like when we sit in front of you we get scared. On the other hand, I
Hesitation comes up,
yeah,
yeah.
hesitation. But on the flip side, I do have individuals who are very comfortable with me. They feel really happy opening up in front of me, talking about whatever comes on their mind, and we discuss, everything under the sun. That helps them a lot. But Ruchira, how do you, make sure that they do not get scared of you? I mean, it's okay to be friendly at times, but still you have to put some extra efforts to make the person
Effort, yeah,
comfortable, right?
definitely.
So how do you
Exactly.
do that?
So my method is, the smile. Okay. When the other person is actually scared of you and you can see, like, with your
Mhm.
experience, you'll be able to understand that which person is actually hesitant, which person is actually, feeling a little nervous looking at you. With their expression, you understand it. So what I try doing is, I smile throughout the session and, that
Mhm.
smile somehow breaks their nervousness. It will, definitely it will. Okay. And the second thing is, asking more questions to them. Okay, like, not tricky questions, but simple questions. So, like, maybe,
Mhm.
and asking something about their life and what is going on and about their daily routine. These are the questions which can actually break their nervousness and the, ice barrier they're having. So, this
Mm.
is the method. And what happens, when continuously a learner speaks with you, automatically he or she will somehow, become very friendly and, become confident little by little. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's really true.
That's
What
my
other
method, yeah.
well, that's really good and cute method, I must say. A smile is a beautiful accessory which anyone or everyone should
Actually,
wear,
yeah.
right?
It works
Yeah,
for me, yeah.
it works for everyone. I mean, whenever
Uh,
I smile, even it works for me. I mean, whenever I have a straight
exactly.
face, people get intimidated, they get scared. Maybe they judge me even outside. They feel like she
Exactly.
is
They
very
will judge you,
arrogant,
ki, haan.
right?
They'll be judging you that what is gonna come next. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
very true. Okay, so what are the common mistakes which English learners make, and how do you make them understand? I mean, I'm not asking about a specific individual. Definitely, our job is to correct that once a person. But if I ask you in general way that what are the common mistakes you come across, and how do you help them out to figure that and solve that?
Yeah, yeah. So it basically, the common mistakes, even we make mistakes at times. Tutors doesn't really mean you will never make mistakes. Tutors also make a lot of mistakes, and we all are human beings, right? So the common mistake is firstly with pronunciation. Okay, I have
Mm-hmm.
seen like words with sh, as our mother tongue is very much different from English. So people tend to make mistake with sh words, z, j, these kind of words. Okay. So I try correcting it then and there, and I give them an exercise that, write it down or practice words with S and SH or Z and J, repeat it again and again. There are
Mm-hmm.
many tongue twisters also, I suggest them then and there. And, in Google also you'll get a lot of things, right? Second thing, what I noticed is tenses. People tend to make tense mistake a lot because tense, no matter what it is, it's very confusing for the learners.
Mm-hmm.
And like, till date, I will say tense is a very confusing thing. While explaining also, as we know, we teach tense and we teach grammar also, we are going through it again and again. So we are actually learning it every day, revising our, thing every day. But for them, if you tell me in our childhood whatever we have learned, if you ask me the same question, whatever I've learned, I won't be able to tell you. Maybe I forgot whatever I've learned, history, geography, whatever it is. But when you go through it again and again, you are actually revising your thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
tense and pronunciations is where, the garbad is made.
Okay, most of the people do make mistakes with that, and I do correct them multiple times. It happens to me
Yeah.
that so I would not call myself a grammar Nazi, but I am a kind of person who gets annoyed at times because I'm a trainer. I have to be a bit polite
Pa-
to people,
Patient,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, patient and then polite to them that this is the
Exactly.
how you say, or this is how this is supposed to be spoken. But then when in general people make mistakes, that is something which makes me very cranky and upset to that. And then they
Okay.
also somehow say that we are very confident and whatever, but then silly mistakes cannot be avoided at times, when especially when you are
Avoided.
very mindful. So I understand, and I understand the fact that tenses are really tricky at times. The
Tricky.
kind of
It is.
did, does, had, have. People do bring these problems to me that I'm not able to understand. Great. And pronunciation. So tenses and pronunciation, you are saying
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
mistake. Great. What are the few tips which you would like to give to an individual who has just stepped into the journey and wants to get a kind of roadmap in very short 2 to 3, 4, 5 minutes only?
Okay, okay, yeah. So basically, what I suggest my learners, it is read, as much as you can. And when you're reading, go through each and every word thoroughly. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
understand what each and every word means. So reading is a great exercise. Now, there are learners who will like fictional stories. There are learners, who like non-fictional stories. So I
Mm-hmm.
suggest read something, which will be of your interest. Okay. Do not come into pressure and do not read something that somebody told you read this. Don't do it like that. But read whatever you enjoy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I A common interest of all the learners, we come across is newspaper because newspaper holds different kinds of news, right? So read particular articles which is of your interest. Okay. And when you do this regularly, somehow subconsciously you're going through the words every day, so little by little you also increase your vocabulary and your sentence formation as well. Next, I tell my learners listen to maybe podcast or listen to short videos where a person is talking in English, maybe an interview session or something like that. So listening is also a great exercise for learning. Nowadays what happens, people do not get anybody to talk to in English, so they join platforms, they'll have a tutor for themselves. But if something like that you don't have, or maybe if it's expensive for you, it is like learning itself is like an investment, so not everybody is ready to do that. So in that case, what I tell them, listen to English and read English. These are the two things apart from talking to somebody you can do for your own practice. So yeah,
That's really true. Thank you so much for guiding the audience, and I think they'll get something good out of the session. They'll learn something. As a trainer, you and I, we have been a trainer in the industry for a good time. I
yeah,
keep giving tips and tricks and ideas because I keep recording videos for my YouTube channel and I
yeah,
keep talking to them. This is very first time you are here on my channel. So I wanted to interact in a way that the people get something out of it. Do you have anything
actually.
for me to ask?
Uh, Nothing as of such, but it was a great conversation. You're a great person. Like, we have something in common, that is, smiling. So even you smiled throughout the sessions. It was a lovely session. And thank you so much for, choosing me for the session. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I wish you and I both all the best. And
Yeah.
everyone, do check out Clappingo. I have come across amazing trainers. Even Ruchira is one of those trainers, and I enjoyed the conversation thoroughly. I believe that this application definitely will help you out so you can connect them. I'll definitely leave the links. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Take
Bye
care.
bye. All
Bye.
the best.
Bye. Bye. Bye.